Alexander Ford, voted Yuma's best in 2024. The discount madness starts now in March with huge savings, like the 2024 F-150 Super Cab 4-wheel drive. Save $7,000 off MSRP. 2024 Expedition Max 4-wheel drive, up to $12,000 off MSRP. And while they last, 2024 Ranger Crew 4x4s, just $35,999. Discount madness continues on Bronco Sport, Maverick, Escape, and Explorer with rates as low as 3.9%. For a difference you can count on, visit BillAlexanderFord.com today.
Grit beats talent every single time. Introducing the new BF Goodrich all-terrain KO3 tire. Legendary toughness made tougher. BF Goodrich, what are you building for?
At Baja Designs, we have lights for all on- and off-road enthusiasts. For 30 years, we have been lighting up the night. We are Baja Designs, the scientists of lighting.
All right, welcome everybody. We are here once again for the 2025 Score San Felipe 250. This is your Method Race Wheels Fishgistics Hour 2 update presented by Fox Shock. So you guys having fun today watching the San Felipe 250? This one's always a lot of fun for me because it's a short one, which is good. It means we're not here for 36 hours or 48 hours or whatever that is normally. So good to see you guys all here again. And one heads up, we just got a note right now. If you guys are chasing and you're heading south at kilometer 160, just past race mile 40, there's some cops there with radar guns giving tickets. So heads up, chase crew, at kilometer 160, just past race mile 40. If you're headed south there is some cops there giving tickets. So heads up, chase crew. All right, let's go over and let's look at our map here. We will we'll bring up our map here. There's all of our San Felipe racers right there. We will zoom in and we will show you guys what's going on. First, let's go look. We had some bikes finish earlier. We'll touch on them real quick. If we go over to the motos, we had the 7X. You can see right here. There's your first finishers. The 7X is in with a 449. We got the 1X in with a 501. The 15X a 517, and the 13X is in with a 533. Those are the only finishers we have in the bike category so far. So it's all just the Pro Moto Unlimited. We've had the top 4 have finished, and there you go. That's your unofficial times. Like we said earlier, we got to check the trackers. You got to see if there's any VCP penalties or anything like that. You never know. But that is a look at your finishers. Let's go back over and we'll look at the map, like we said here. So in the trophy truck class, out front we have, let's go see on the tracker here. So Tavo, he started first, and he is still showing as out front. However, remember when we looked at the times, he wasn't winning on corrected time. So let's go and look in a minute if we get another split. The last split didn't update for him, so I'm hoping maybe it came on. We're going to check in a second. But Tavo is out front. You can see there he is. So Tavo's out front. We have Alan Ampudia did get around Bryce Menzies. We know that because we saw him on the live feed. Bryce Menzies, there's a rumor that they may have lost front wheel drive. That's what the score feed said. So Bryce may be in rear wheel drive only. But Alan Ampudia did get around Bryce. He's right in front of him now. Behind him, we have Luke McMillan in the newly powered 83 is going to be your fourth car right now. And then we have the 70, Kevin Thompson. And Kevin did start this race. We saw Kevin at the start line. Kevin qualified. So whoever qualifies has to start the race. So Kevin is driving right now. I'm sure the plan is to put Harley in, I would assume, at their pit stop, unless Kevin wants to stay in and drive the whole thing, because it's Kevin's program, right? He can do whatever he wants. But that's what's going on in the 70. So good run so far for the concrete team. Hopefully they've had a little bit of bad luck in Baja with some alternators and things like that. So hopefully they got that sorted out, and we'll see the 70 keep going strong today. Rob McCackern, talk about bad luck. Rob had bad luck all last year pretty much with that truck. He had some weird little issue here or there. Once again, hopefully they got that thing dialed in. Right now he's looking pretty good. But look at this. Justin Lofton did not qualify very high up. He wasn't in the top few spots, but look at where he is right now. Now, keep an eye on him, because on corrected time, remember at that first split, he was actually leading the race on corrected time, and he's made up a little bit more ground here, I think. So we're going to have to wait and see on some more split times. Also, the Gustavo Vidosla Sr., that is Ricky Johnson in there. He started in there. Gustavo Sr. was actually the Grand Marshal. We saw him waving the green flag down at the start line today, so that was pretty cool for SCORE to have him as the Grand Marshal for this race. So he started the race for everybody with the green flag, and then he's going to head out and get in the truck later when Ricky Johnson gets out. Now, speaking of legends, in the 61L right here, in the other legend class, we have a real life legend. We have Larry Rossler driving that truck. That is Mike Walser's old truck. The Walser Racing truck. That truck's finished pretty well in some races before. It's very fast. It's a Mason all-wheel drive. So David Payne brought Walser on this year. So he bought Walser's equipment and his truck off of him, and they're going to race this year with Larry Rossler. Try to say Walser and Rossler real fast a whole bunch of times. So Larry Rossler is starting in the 61. Very, very fast driver as always. Cameron Steele, 16T. All right, here we go, Cameron. He's leading the two-wheel drive class. So there you go. Cameron Steele is winning in Baja now because they have a two-wheel drive class. So Cameron out in front. The T next to there is the two-wheel drive. So when you guys are looking at the trackers today, if you see the T means two-wheel drive. If you see the L, it means legend. If you just see a number like these guys up here, that's the regular trophy truck class. So we have 3 trophy truck classes now that we have to keep track of. So that's what's going on there. Now, speaking of Robbie Gordon update, there's your Robbie Gordon update. He's still broken. His camera turned off for a minute, but that was just a minute ago. Unfortunately, Robbie broke one of the adapters on the rack on the side. They had a problem with the bolt broke off. They were trying to get it fixed, but they are going to have to change the rack out. So we talked to Robbie last update. That was cool. He was able to jump on with us. It's pretty rad with Starlink. You have internet pretty much anywhere now in the world, and we were able to hear from Robbie real quick in the middle of the race. Unfortunately, he was broken when he was talking to us, but it's cool. We can at least get some live updates and get some real information for you guys. So really cool to see that. Householder, someone says, is Householder out? Yes. Looked like the rumor was he may have had a problem with an engine, but yeah, it looked like the 24 was out of the race earlier. So unfortunate for Adam Householder. He was our lead. He was leading the two-wheel drive class before he had an issue. Toby Price, speaking of issues, Toby Price, Paul Wheel, they had an issue in qualifying. They lost the serpentine belt. Now, when you lose a serpentine belt on these cars and these trucks, you lose the power steering. That's the major thing. So those things, I don't even know how Toby finished that thing, honestly. Like, you can't steer a Mason all-wheel drive truck with no power steering. So he did like a half a lap in it, he said. I don't even know how he did that. Like, his hands must have been pretty gnarly after that. But they also lost the water pump, but they have PWR coolers on there, so they were good to go there with the PWR Paul Wheel Racing coolers, Paul Wheel truck. Pretty cool how that works, huh? Anyways, they were able to finish in the 46. They're looking pretty good so far. They're one to watch on corrected time as well because they had to start so far back with the issues in qualifying. So watch the 46 on corrected time. The 19T, Tim Herbst, that's going to be your second two-wheel drive right now behind Cameron. So you can see here's Cameron right up here. And then we have the 19T, Tim Herbst back here. We got the 27 Jonathan Brenthal there. We got the 58 Tracy Graff, and then we got Maverick Gaunt. This was one of the spec trucks that actually stepped up into the two-wheel drive class. So normally the Gaunts are racing this. It's a spec truck. Normally they're racing that in the spec truck class, but now they stepped it up to the two-wheel drive. All they did is change their little check mark on the class they enter. The truck's the same. I think we were told they still have the LS3 in there. But the Gaunts are running right there. So third place in the two-wheel drive class for the Gaunts right now. Let me check on some of your comments here. How do overall points work for the TTs this year? As they all just get put together? No, it's still by class. So you're going to have a trophy truck. That's the main one that either an all-wheel drive or a two-wheel drive can enter. That's your main class. Then you're going to have the two-wheel drive trophy truck, separate points, separate class. And then you have the Legends class, as always, that has separate points because it's a separate class as well. So there's 3 trophy truck classes, all with separate points. You still have your overall point champion, but it's usually not a trophy truck because there's usually not as many cars in the class. So it's usually a different class that ends up winning the overall points champion. At least in years past, it has been. The UTVs, for example, there's a ton of UTVs. There is 85 UTVs in this race. I counted them earlier. 85 UTVs entered. That is a ton of golf carts out there. So there's going to be a lot of playing through today. And speaking of playing through, did you guys see that video that we posted? Blake Wilkie was coming around the MagCon guys, and they were on 2 separate lanes, and they came back together, and Blake drove right into him, and he probably didn't see him, but man, he was just, the MagCon car just got wadded up. Luckily, we heard everybody was okay. Blake's car didn't crash, and he didn't stop either, which I gotta say that was a little messed up. You got to stop when something like that happens. I know that Wilkie probably saw there was other people there, but when you come into somebody like that and you see their car get wadded up, you got to stop. So that wasn't too good on that one. But that's what's happening there. And then let's see, what else do we have? We got the 168 Adam Fancook back here. So let's turn on Class 1 and let's go look at Class 1 vehicles by class. Stand by. Hold on. I'm trying to find Class 1. There's too many cars on this list. There we go. All right. Class 1 only. There we go. So we got the 168. I told you guys Adam's fast in that car. Look for that car to be moving up. So the 168 is in front right now. And then behind them, we are going to have the 138, Brad Wilson. Let's see. So 138. Hang on one second. All right. Behind the 138, we got the 179. We got Mario Fuentes here, and then we got the 127 Cody Parkhouse. So there you go. That's your first 4 in the Class 1 category. So 4 there. Then we got the 150 back here, and Morgan Langley. So that's a look at your Class 1. Now let's go look at Trophy Truck Spec. They are mixed in with the Class 1s already. So like always, the Trophy Truck Specs are faster than the Class 1s. I think they got to start them in front of the Class 1s. I mean, they've been beating them for a couple of years, so not sure why they haven't moved them up yet. But yeah, so here we go. The 263, EJ Herbst is currently showing as first and has just updated. We got Sam Pintero is going to be second. We got Davis third. Bryce Swaim is showing as fourth. Brent Fox fifth. Sean Geyser, and then we got Gutierrez, Jack Olgas there, and then Ben Hagel behind him. So that's a look at your top specs right there. There you go. There's everybody on the screen. So that's a look at your top specs. Then we have the 209, the 299, the 280, 275, 234. There's Jason McNeil. But look, okay, Jason McNeil's tracker, we've been looking for him earlier. It hasn't updated in 24 minutes. So Jason McNeil qualified first and started first. He is going to be somewhere up here if he's still running, because back here he was doing 61 miles an hour when it updated last. I don't know why that hand is showing up so big today. That says 61 under the hand. I don't know why it's showing a big hand there. So if anybody has a split time on Jason McNeil and you guys are on the course, let us know. If any of Jason's guys are on here watching this, is he still in front? Let us know where he is, because he was very fast. Maybe somebody's going to text me. And then, all right. So there we go. That's the Trophy Truck Spec Pro UTV Open. That's the next class that started behind the Spec trucks. They started in front of the Class 10s. So let's go and look there. Hang on one second. All right, so 1876, Mike Caffro is in front. So we got Justin Morgan, and then we have Michael McFadden. Oh, where is Brock Heger at? Let's look. Wayne Matlock. Who's this over here? Oh, that's Matag. Wayne Matlock, Caden McCachran, Brock Heger. Wow. Okay, so Brock Heger's definitely had some kind of issue. He's lost lots of time. he was showing a second or third when we were looking earlier, right? So Brock's lost a little bit of time. His tracker just updated 0 minutes ago. So it appears that Brock may be human after all, and he has some issue going on. He's still got plenty of race to go, so don't count him out. But this is the first time in the last year that I've seen Brock lose position on course. So we'll try and find out what happened to him. But something, obviously he's still running, so that's good. He's doing 58 miles an hour. That's good, but we'll find out what happened to him. But yeah, Mike Caffro is leading UTV Open right now out front. We got Justin Morgan. We got to tell you about those bike guys. The bike guys are always fast. We said that on the qualifying show when we were talking about the bike guys. Every single bike guy is always fast. Larry Rossler. You got Justin Morgan here. You got Max Eddy's usually quick too. Anybody that rides a bike is very fast when you put them in a truck because they know how to read lines, and they don't get too crazy a lot of the time either, because when you're riding a bike, and you get hurt, or you crash, it really hurts, right? If you're in a car and you crash, it doesn't usually hurt as bad because you have lots of stuff around you. But Justin Morgan, shout out to him. He is currently in the second position in that SCI factory Polaris car. So cool. We'll check back on them. Let's go look at Class 10 because they should be right here too. If we turn them on, little ways behind. All right, there's Class 10. So we have we got the Yees in front here. We got the Yees first. We got Caesar. Second, we got Mateus in third. It's really close. Look at how close these guys are. We got Harley. Who is that there? Francisco Vera, Harley in there. I mean, look at those top five. They're all within a couple miles of each other. So really good racing in that class for them. And then let's see. What else do we got? Oh, Brock has had a couple flats. Okay, we just got that update. I knew he had something going on. So Brock had a couple flat tires, but he's still moving. That's good because that means there's nothing wrong with the car. He just hit a couple rocks. So that's good. Good news for Brock. Eliseo there. Eliseo that runs Nora. There you go. So Eliseo's out here racing. It's always cool to see him out in his 10 car. And Matt Willert there. All right. So that's what's going on there. Now let me see. We got something else going on here. Hold on. We're getting so many updates from you guys now. It's crazy because all of you guys have Starlink now, so it's awesome that all of you guys are out on course able to send us all these updates. Let's go look at the Pro UTV Force Induction class because last time they weren't even off the line when we looked. So now they are. So this is usually like Blurton's usually fast here. Let's see. We got Steve Lully out front. I don't know that name. That's a new name for me. So the 2996 is out front right now. And then behind him, we have the 2910. So we got the 2910, and then who's this? The 2901 and the 2928. Now remember, this was a random order here. They didn't qualify. So this is not the order like that they're in off of qualifying. This is just a random order. We got Matt Burrows here in the monster cars there. We got Carlos Ibarra here. All right, here's Phil Blurton. So let's keep track. He's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's the 7th car right now. I would look for Phil Blurton to move up throughout the day and pick off some of these cars in front of him. So Phil is 7th right now, but watch next time when we come and let's see where Phil is. I'd say he'd move up at least probably 2 or 3 spots by the next hour update if his car's running good. So keep an eye on Phil Blurton throughout the day. Let me just go through this list and see who else I think we should keep an eye on. Oh, Eric's usually fast right there, so watch Eric as well. We have, let's see, do we got anybody back here? Where's Rodrigo at? Ampudia, I don't remember if he's racing this class or the stock class. We'll look and see. Oh man, there's so many of these. Look at all these UTVs. They're all over the place here. Yeah, I don't see Ampudia in this class. Must be in the other one. Let's go and load the stock class for a second. So many classes here. It's insane. Pro stock UTV. What's his name on that class? I might have missed him. All right, here's your pro stock class. We have Scott Burgham here. The 3908 is going to be first. Dennis Romero second. We got Francisco Beltran third. We got Fernando fourth. We got Javier fifth, and then Antonio is going to be sixth right there. So there you go. All right. Oh, he's in Rodrigo and Pudia update. He's in pro class. Okay. Well, maybe we missed him. Let's see. We'll go back. Pro. Oh, he's in the open class. That's why. Yeah. He's in UTV open. So the UTV open class you can enter with a turbo. It's either one, right? So it's not all just pro Rs. You can enter with a turbo if you want. it just depends. You don't see a lot of guys do it. Like Phil Blurton, he always enters the turbo class. And then we got Rodrigo here that was in the pro open class. So we'll keep an eye on him. Let's go and look at some of the times for you guys. Hold on, let's arrange this. So before we sign off this one, let's go and look at some of the times here. All right, let's go to trucks. All right. Unfortunately, it looks like the mile 114 splits are not working. So that's a bummer there that they're not working. Hopefully the 160 split works because they got to be getting pretty close to 160, right? Let me go see real quick. Hold on one second. Where was the first trophy truck? We're at, oh, they're almost at 150. Okay, they're about 150. So by our next update, if the split works here at 160, we'll have more split times. But we can look at some other classes. Let's go see the two-wheel drive class. Like we said, okay, Cameron Steele is winning. Chad Broughton was second on time, and then Maverick Gaunt is third. So Chad Broughton, not a name that we just showed on the tracker there, probably because he started farther back. But if you look on corrected time, he was actually second at race mile 71. Let's go look at the class ones. Adam Fancook was first. We had Brad Wilson second, Cody Parkhouse third. So 1, 2, 3. That was at mile 71 in class one. In the trophy truck spec class, we have EJ Herbst first, Jason McNeil second. So 109.8 and 109.38, exactly 30 seconds on corrected time. Jason McNeil is behind EJ Herbst at mile 71. In third is going to be Sam Pintero, about 30 seconds, almost a minute, 50 seconds behind Jason McNeil. And then Gutierrez Jr. is going to be, oh, those things just moved all the way around. So, okay, if you see it do this, that's overall. So just give it a second and it usually refreshes. It'll usually go back to the class. I don't know why it does that sometimes. It's kind of annoying. But if you see this like 11, 12 when they're 1 and 2, that for some reason it bounces to the overall. Sometimes you can get it to do it by just going away and then going back to it. See, there we go. So it was Herbst, McNeil, Sampatero, Gutierrez, Davis, Fox, then Thor Herbst. That was at mile 71 right there. And yeah, Ryan Millen is driving the 263. So there you go. No surprise there. Ryan Millen's very fast, always fast. He has Erica Sachs that's riding with him with the co-driver. So that is what's going on there. All right. Let's look at the Pro UTV Open. Are they past there? Okay, we have Justin Morgan and Caffro are the only two that are past. But look, Justin Morgan, as we thought, he's ahead on time because he started a ways back and he was the second car on course physical. So Justin Morgan is winning right now on time for the two cars that have been through there. We'll have to wait and see once some more cars come through. That means that's pretty much the only classes we have splits on because nobody else is through 70 yet, if only two of these guys are. So that's a look at your updates there. Now we have, what do we have going on over here? On the score live feed, it looks like the 26 just got high centered on a, okay, that's not good. Hold on. Let me see if we can bring this up for you guys real quick. If you're watching the score live feed, the 26 just got high centered on a crossing. Let me show you guys. Okay, look at this. Dave Taylor, this is the Score Live feed. If you guys are wondering where we're watching this, go to YouTube and look up Score International. Dave Taylor just got high centered on this, and there's no way around. Look at that. There's a fence all the way around on both sides. So the 26 just stopped or something and got stuck. Now look at these guys in the background. They're going to have to try to go around. Oh, man. This is getting interesting right here. You have Dave Taylor high centered on here. Look at these guys. They're trying to find a way around the cattle guard. Yeah, it's a cattle guard. And we saw, like, if you were watching this earlier, when Bryce came in there, it was really soft and like it just exploded. But the 26, it just stopped on it. And they are definitely stuck. I don't know how far this fence goes on both sides, but someone's gonna have to just go through the fence here in a second. Let's see who's first to do it. Okay, that's the same car that was just doing circles a second ago, right? Oh man, they're all trying to find a way around the fence. If this was a drone, I wish they turned it a little bit. Man, I mean, this is awesome though to see all this stuff. So there's that score. That's them on their live feed there. So I just wanted to tune in for a minute here and see if it's mile 110. Yeah, look at these trucks. There's no way around. Someone's gonna have to go through the fence. They got to be really high centered on there. I mean, those cattle guards. If you've ever, I mean, a lot of you guys have been over them. They're not like installed the nicest, right? There's not always like a good ramp up to him. I mean, that thing could have a big drop on the side for him to be high centered on it. It's probably a trailing arm. Probably caught the trailing arm is about where it looks like, because the rear axle's not up on it yet. It looks like it's the front trailing arm, like a trailing arm mount, how it hangs down right there. I'm assuming the trailing arm probably got caught right on the front of the mount, would be my guess. But look at these guys. They're just doing circles. Oh man, somebody's got to find a way around. There's got to be something around. Yeah, this is no good. Fix the fence later. Yep. Oh, here we go. He's going to go for it. He's got to go. He's got to go. Yep. You just got to go. There you go. There you have it. I mean, that's what you had to do there. There's guys right there that can fix the fence. It is what it is. You got to go around it. So yeah. That was yeah, that may have been well, there's a gate open now. The gate just got opened. You guys just watched it with us. So yeah, the gate is open. So it's open. Hopefully those guys that are there go back there and wave cars to come around to the side right there. Here comes the other car that we just saw a minute ago. This is the other one that was doing circles. But they don't know. Look, no one's waving them. This guy's got to wave them to come over there. They still don't know. They're just doing circles. They don't want to stop because these are all the two-wheel drive trucks. And look at how soft it is right there. If they stop somewhere right there, they might get stuck. That's why you're just seeing these guys do circles, because they don't want to stop. They can't stop. They're going to get stuck. Oh man, this is Baja. This is the best of Baja right here. It's pretty awesome to see this. Let's see. He's coming around again. Is he going to go for it? Oh, he's going for it. He's going for it. Oh, there he goes. He's through. All right. I mean, look at how soft that is right there. That is just insane, man. All right. Well, I'm gonna sign off in a second here, and you guys can go watch this go over to the Score YouTube or the Score app or the Score website and go watch this on their YouTube. I'm gonna watch it too, but I don't want to sit here and talk about what you guys can go watch. So we're gonna do this. I'll be back. Go watch Score YouTube. Go watch this for your guys' self, and then come back here at 1 o'clock, and I'll have a next update. But that is Dave Taylor, high centered on the cattle guard right there, and some guys are having to go around. It looks like it's off center or off. It's got a bit of an angle to go around them. Here we go. We got a car. They're gonna pull them over, hopefully. All right. Well, go watch this. Come back at 1 o'clock, and your next Method Race Wheels Fishgistics update presented by Fox Shocks will be live. We will be back at 1 o'clock. So we'll see you guys in just a little bit. This is like race mile 107, 1010, somewhere around there. 17, 110, something like that. Here, if I show you on the tracker, let's go see. It's like right here. Let's see. Where is it? Hold on. It's back a little farther. There it is, right here. 107. Yeah, right there. Dave Taylor at race mile 107.1. You can see the 94 Steve Strobel. Steve Strobel was the red truck, the red and black truck that we just saw go by. So the 94 did get around. But you have a whole bunch of other people that are going to be coming up behind pretty quick. So hopefully we just saw they had a truck there. They will get it taken care of. Actually, the Reed car just got there. And look, there you go. Okay, they got him over. So it's clear. That was good. Good job to the recovery guys right there. Thanks for they just saved the day there for a lot of people. So definitely cool. Definitely cool to see that. All right. The gate is open. If you don't want to go over the cattle guard, tell your guys go to the right. They can go on the right there. There's an opening in the fence. Just seeing that truck got stuck there, we might have an issue with some other people throughout the day. So we'll be back. Go watch the Score live feed. Come back here at 1 o'clock